Terminate your timeshare legally and permanently, but you've got to call now. Call the number on your screen today. It's a free call.
Hi, I'm Jim Koski, and join me Mondays for Life in the 906.
Evening. WZMQ 19 News. Businesses remain closed in Escanaba as they continue to deal with intense flooding in the area. We'll have the latest. Plus, a major decision looms for thousands of Haitians living in the U.S. under a special immigration program. We'll have the details from Washington, D.C. And Michigan Republicans lay out their goals for the next state budget. Your 19 News at 6 starts now.
Live from the UP. This is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
Kelly, good evening. Let me be the first to thank you. It's been an absolutely beautiful day today.
Yeah, Kevin, good evening. It's been a pretty nice day out there. We've been seeing some clearing, which allows for some sunshine, of course, so it's a nice way to really just move through the evening when things are nice and calm. So we're seeing those clear conditions here on our radar, Doppler Max, of course, and those beautiful temperatures soaring into the mid-60s and lower 70s for most of the Upper Peninsula, with the exception of Munising, still a bit cooler there. But most of us are sitting very comfortably. The sunshine will continue for the rest of this evening. We'll talk more about those flooding issues as you start to plan your weekend in a few short minutes.
Kelly, thank you very much. While flooding conditions in Delta County have improved today, many businesses are still being impacted by high water levels. For the last few days, the intersection of 1st Avenue North and North 30th Street have been closed to traffic. Today, crews took the closure signs down, allowing traffic to flow as normal with only a small amount of water remaining on the roadway. Just around the corner, businesses like the Bar Gym have been closed for several days due to flooded parking lots, with employees moving equipment off the floor to prevent damage. Thankfully, a nearby fitness center called Sullivan's offered to let the bar use its facilities, so clients were able to resume their classes today.
We all have the same goals. We know we want our people to remain healthy and connected and consistent. It was huge. It shows the character of Sullivan's and honestly of Escanaba. This is the kind of thing I see all over the city, so it was really neat. It was really emotional.
The bar plans to keep holding classes at Sullivan's through Saturday and will reassess the situation as the water continues to drain. In a 224 to 204 vote, the House advances a measure to protect hundreds of thousands of Haitians living in the U.S. from being deported. It is a huge pushback towards the administration's immigration agenda, where they're trying to end the temporary protected status for people from Haiti. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp reports.
After the 2010 devastating earthquake in the Caribbean island of Haiti, the Department of Homeland Security opened up a program known as the Temporary Protected Status, or TPS, to Haitians. TPS gives foreign nationals temporary benefits like protection from deportation and work authorization in the U.S. Over the years, TPS has been renewed for Haitians due to natural disasters, health crises, and ongoing political instability in Haiti. We're told about 350,000 Haitians were in the U.S. under TPS. But the Trump administration ended TPS for Haitians in February. DHS says Haiti no longer meets the conditions for its designation for TPS. A federal judge halted the move. The Supreme Court agreed to hear the case regarding Haiti's TPS status this month.
Congress can help. Congress can do the right thing.
In a rare bipartisan moment in the House, they took the first procedural step on Wednesday to extend TPS for Haitians.
Temporary protected status is a legal status for 1.3 million immigrants in the United States. The application process is arduous, requiring piles of paperwork, undergoing a background check, spending hundreds of dollars, and coming from one of the few countries on the list, like Haiti or Venezuela.
Supporters of extending TPS say ending the program for Haitians would not just be a humanitarian catastrophe, but it would hurt our economy too.
Haitians work in critical sectors like healthcare, education, caregiving, supporting our elderly, and working in local hospitals. Many have built thriving businesses and enriched our faith community.
In Washington, Rachel Knapp, WZMQ 19 News.
House Republicans are releasing their proposed state budget, totaling about $75.8 billion. The plan includes more money for roads, schools, and Medicaid, while cutting what Republicans call waste in state government. House Speaker Matt Hall says the proposal focuses on actual spending, not estimates.
We can do it all just by going to what the real dollar amounts are that they're spending in the budget. We just take the money they're really spending. We can make all of these investments and we don't have to do any of the gimmicks.
The plan also includes a $300 million deposit into the state's saving account. The Senate is now expected to introduce its own version of the state budget before the end of the month. Lawmakers will then have 2 months to negotiate a final deal. Your first warning weather forecast is after the break. Plus, in this week's Medical Minute, we hear from another doctor about what men should keep in mind when it comes to testicular cancer. We'll be right back.
From now through April at Fox Marquette Ford, lease a 2025 Bronco Sport Big Bend 4-wheel drive for $379 a month for 36 months. Fox Marquette Ford. Experience the difference.
Update your home with new GE appliances from Kirkish Furniture and Houghton. GE appliances are built to last, have print-resistant finishes, and offer high performance with energy efficiency. Kirkish has a large selection for both kitchen and laundry. Free delivery and 0% financing.
It's Earth Month in the Upper Peninsula. Small actions make a big impact. Recycle 906 accepts cans, cardboard, plastics, and more, helping keep the UP clean and thriving. This Earth Month, recycle smarter. See what we accept at recycle906.com.
Chips or cracks, we got your back. Brian's Auto Glass.
Cracked windshield, chipped glass? Don't wait. Call Brian's Auto Glass in Nagani. We specialize in expert windshield replacement, chip and crack repairs, and safety system calibrations to keep your vehicle road ready. Can't come to us? No problem. We'll come to you with our mobile service. Fast, professional, local. Brian's Auto Glass, where clear vision starts.
Now through April at Fox Marquette Ford, lease a 2026 F-150 XLT Super Crew 4-wheel drive for $498 a month for 36 months. Fox Marquette Ford. Experience the difference.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
It's Shunk's Big Winter Sale. It's that time of year when you spend more time on your sofa, more time on your recliner, and more time in bed. During Shunk's Big Winter Sale, you'll save on the furniture you need. And there's big savings on quality Amish dining room, too. Have it built the way you want it, or save even more on floor sample closeouts. And mattresses from Serta, Sealy, Tempur-Pedic, and Stearns & Foster. The selection and discounts have never been greater. Shop Shunk's Big Winter Sale at both locations for big discounts. Shop Shunk's in Marquette today.
Now, from the 19 News Forecast Center, this is WZMQ 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
And welcome back. We're still seeing that continuing issue with the flood, the localized flooding, mainly from that mixture of snow melt and rainfall. The flood watch still continues for much of the UP until Saturday morning. So there's been some improvements here and there, but some places still have that concern of the flooding throughout as we get closer to the weekend. But just to look at any rain that may be coming into the area, not really seeing too much. I would say the next best chance of rain is going to be for around this time tomorrow, probably earlier than that, around your Friday evening time when it's time to clock out of work here. But we're all good for this evening. Things will be nice and dry. Not going to see anything to impact any travels. So Doppler Max is nice and clear. Temperatures have been heating up. So we did round off at 66 degrees. It's 20 degrees above where we should be for the high temperature. Definitely didn't hit the record of 83 back in 2002, but it did feel really nice. You step outside and it actually does feel like spring. Even some summertime temperatures on here with 72 down to Iron Mountain, 73 out to Ironwood. But this just goes to show you how different things can be when you travel across the UP, because we're still sitting at 38 degrees in Munising because of that slight breeze. But the winds are calm. They're just that northerly flow. And went out to Ironwood, we have winds from the south. So winds are all different direction. They are on the calm side, but that's why we have some differing temperatures for this evening. But it'll still be fairly comfortable. Again, not looking at any issues for rain or anything for tonight. The next best chance is going to be some storms that could be severe potential once we get to tomorrow evening. So we'll start to see a line of showers and storms move through for any of your Friday night plans. You just want to make sure to be aware if you head out and it's not raining. Just be aware that maybe when you're heading back from your plans, if it's that 8-9 o'clock time, that you could run into some heavy downpours, some strong winds, maybe even some hail, just some different threats that could be with severe weather for tomorrow evening. Once we pass that, we're not going to see too much of the severe risk past that, but there's some different different threats across the Upper Peninsula. The Storm Prediction Center has a general for basically the central portions and eastward. Throughout the central portions here and through Marquette, we have a level 1 out of 5, and then out into the southwestern portions like Iron Mountain, Iron River. At this point, you're in a level 2 out of 5, which does point to scattered severe storms that are possible. So basically with this threat for Friday, we do know there will be showers and storms moving through, but this just tells us that a few of those storms could turn severe, meaning they reach that criteria for the wind gusts, maybe some hail, and we'll watch for rotation, though I think it could just be those straight line winds that could get up there for the severe potential. We could add on to some more rain too, so that's why we still have that flood watch in effect. Just be aware for those flood prone, low-lying, poor drainage areas. That's going to be a continuing issue once we get closer to the weekend when we dry things out, but we start out warm and then we go down to the freezing mark for Sunday, and temperatures slowly rebound with plenty of sunshine throughout the week.
Kelly, thank you again. In this week's Medical Minute, in partnership with OSF Healthcare, we're getting some insight on testicular cancer. Take a listen. Dr. Burnett, thank you so much for joining us again. We're talking about testicular cancer today. So when talking about demographics of men, who does testicular cancer affect the most?
It's typically teenagers and young adults. It's rare to have a testicular cancer if somebody's over the age of 40 or 50.
Got it. And how do regular physical exams play a role in prevention or detection?
They can play a role. More oftentimes in the reality of the situation is most times a testicular cancer is detected by the patient or their spouse or partner rather than a doctor, even if somebody is seeing a doctor once a year. And teenagers and people in their 20s and 30s don't oftentimes see doctors very regular. But no matter how often you're seeing the doctor, well, it's part of your body. If you feel a lump or a bump or an ache there, it's something that deserves an evaluation. Any lump in the testicle should be considered cancer until proven otherwise. There's simple tests for it, some blood tests and ultrasound that are non-invasive, that are not uncomfortable, that can provide some reassurance if reassurance is needed, or lead to further evaluation if further evaluation is needed.
Sure. Are there any other symptoms that men should look out for when doing self-exams?
Any discomfort in that area, in the testicles, any swelling, tenderness, any lumps, those are all things to be concerned about. And also keep in mind that, if testicular cancer is one of the most highly curable cancers we have. This is a highly curable cancer. The less work we have to do to get there, the better. Early stage testicular cancer, if somebody does feel a small lump and it's taken care of, most times that's cured with surgery alone. More advanced cases, they're highly sensitive to chemotherapy, to radiation, even in the advanced sense. We can typically cure it, but don't want to go through that much work if we don't need to. Better to catch it early, highly curable with surgery alone.
Got it. All right, doctor, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for joining us again.
Great. Thanks for having me again.
And coming up next on your 19 News, the Lake Superior Community Partnership announces their new CEO. That and more when we come back.
Up to 50% off list prices during the spring home sale at Slumberland Furniture. Get this Ashley sofa for just $3.99, plus a Sealy Queen mattress for just $4.99. Pay no interest for 36 months on approved credit at Slumberland.
To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, Jess from Planetary Design will pour 60 cups of coffee for 60 adventurers.
Shoot, lost count.
Shop small business on Amazon. To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, John from Bluecorn Beeswax will light 60 candles for Marv and Ethel's 60th wedding anniversary.
Marv? Ethel?
Shop small business on Amazon.
CBS Tonight, with only one episode to the season finale. It's all coming together.
Got her right where we want her.
Matlock is all new CBS Tonight.
Any idea what this emergency meeting's about?
I think it's some kind of emergency.
That is what I love about you. Yeah, there's a thing.
Federal agents, weapons down! No!
Now we're talking.
NCIS is all new CBS Tuesday and streaming on Paramount+.
Hey Mace, did you order your palm milk yet?
Yeah, Mom, I'll do it.
Hey, have you gotten your prom tux yet?
Yeah, Mom, I got it.
Mason, did you order your prom tux yet?
Yeah, it's coming. Mom?
Skip the guesswork this prom season. Come down to Young's Menswear. We get it right the first time. With tons of in-stock options to rent or buy, we'll help you look your best. Don't wait. Trust the experts at Young's Menswear, now in Escanaba and Marquette.
Up to 50% off list during our huge spring sleep sale at Slumberland. Get this Sealy Queen for just $4.99. This best-selling Sealy Posturepedic Plus for $9.99. Pay no interest for 36 months with approved credit. Only at Slumberland.
You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. The Lake Superior Community Partnership is announcing its next CEO. Scandia resident Natalie Chimico has held over 12 years of experience in economic development, most recently as Senior Vice President of Culture and Collaborative Operations at the Michigan Economic Development Corporation. She says she looks to continue building the LSCP's strong connections throughout the UP.
LSCP is on a really strong foundation as it is, thanks to Christopher's leadership and the LSCP team that's here on board. My task from now is really to work on how can we continue to build upon our strengths and continue to refine our offering to better support the community.
Chimico will work alongside Christopher Germain in the next few weeks before taking over full leadership responsibilities in May. Hundreds of NMU students presented their research on campus today at the university's annual celebration of student scholarship. In Jamrich Hall, around 250 local findings in biology, environment, clinical sciences, and more were shown off to the public. Some students also had the chance to give their own lectures to an audience and a panel of judges. This is Northern's 30th year putting on the event, wrapping up countless hours of research with an exciting way to share their work.
I think it's really fun. I like to show everybody like what I'm up to, and I really like to see what everyone else is up to, because I mean, I take classes with like all these people, and it's cool to see what everyone does.
Some graduate and undergraduate students have worked with these projects for years and are ready to publish their research. The Lake Erie Grape Belt is the largest grape growing region in North America, east of the Rocky Mountains, and is home to an industry rooted in nearly 30,000 acres of Concord grapevines. But as WZMQ 19 News Washington, D.C. correspondent Brendan Scanlon reports, farmers who have long harvested Concord grapes for juice, jam, and jelly are now facing a sour turn.
For decades, growers in the Lake Erie Grape Belt have relied on selling their crops in bulk to processors, but that market could be withering on the vine. In early March, beverage giant Refresco, a major buyer in the region, announced it would stop purchasing Concord and Niagara grapes effective immediately, leaving thousands of acres and livelihoods hanging in the balance.
You're talking 3,000 acres of grapes that may not get taken care of. Well, that's going to be an issue. Okay, that is a huge issue.
Refresco saying in a statement the move stems from sustained grape market challenges and supply imbalances that we do not expect will recover in the foreseeable future.
Everybody will lose money in the next few years trying to figure out how to deal with this.
Now federal lawmakers are getting involved trying to keep the industry afloat, looking at ideas like having the USDA purchase the grapes that have nowhere to go.
We are going to call on the USDA to buy these grapes to make sure that they have a market.
I have supported the USDA buying bulk Concord grape product for my entire time in Congress, and they have.
However, Congressman Nick Langworthy says the issue and the industry as a whole will need more than government intervention.
They have to be right-sized to a point where we don't have massive surpluses, which just drives down their price each and every year.
We are working together.
House Agriculture Committee Chairman Glenn Thompson says he's looking at ways to pour more grape juice into federal nutrition programs, but ultimately believes a private sector solution could be the best option.
I'm looking more for a private sector type solution here.
In the meantime, local growers left to grapple with the consequences of a bitter reality.
We got a long road to go, and it's going to be tough.
as the lawmakers try to keep this legacy industry from drying up.
A lot of them, they're multi-generation farmers, and they're saying that if Refresco goes, they're going to probably have to close shop.
I know many of them. I've represented a number of them in the past. I want them to be encouraged. I'm trying to do my best as the chairman of the House Agriculture Committee to find a new market.
Reporting in Washington, Brendan Scanlon, WZMQ 19 News.
Stakeholders say this problem goes beyond Pennsylvania and New York, with supply and pricing in states like Michigan affecting growers nationwide. Any solution, they say, must be national. Mike Ludlam has your look at sports. When we come back, competitors head to the Island Resort and Casino for a women's billiards competition. We'll be right back.
Hey, I'm Tony DeCopo. Here's what we're working on ahead on the CBS Evening News. Artemis 2, we're going to get a full press conference today. The 4 astronauts talking about that historic journey around the moon, and then I will sit across from them, virtually anyway, to hear their perspectives on what it's like being back on Earth. When you take the trash out on that first Friday and you look skyward, how does it feel? All that and more ahead on the CBS Evening News.
When it comes to marriage, wise words from Georgie Cooper.
Supporting my wife is more important than running a successful business or food or shoes for our baby girl.
Thanks again.
New Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage. CBS Tonight.
New CBS Tonight.
Crushed by falling bookcases. Very suspicious.
Griffin Dunn guest stars.
You can't read my books like murder mysteries.
Who said anything about a murder?
Elsbeth is all new. CBS Tonight at 10/9 Central.
Welcome to Car Breakdowns 101. I'm your Professor Ice-T. If your car is out of warranty, a car breakdown could eat you alive. Look at that car. The transmission alone could cost you $3,000. And that engine? How much do you love your kidneys? Don't even get me started on the computer system. That's a small fortune. Do what I did and call CarShield. They get expensive car repairs taken care of so you don't have to. Class dismissed.
Call 800-859-0084.
Pure Outdoor is the first program dedicated to increasingly popular outdoor and eco sports. Individual and adventurous. Journey to the world's most exotic, breathtaking locations. Pure Outdoor.
I'm Drew Carey from The Price is Right here on TV 19.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by the Window Store.
Andersen brand products are #1 in quality, and the Window Store is your local Andersen expert for installation and service of all Andersen windows and doors. From showroom to your home, Andersen Windows and Doors at the Window Store. Andersen is the #1 trusted window and door brand. The Window Store is the Upper Peninsula's clear choice for windows and doors. Now that's a perfect fit. From showroom to your home, Andersen Windows and Doors at the Window Store.
Good evening, everyone. An Upper Peninsula native is one of 64 players competing in the 50th anniversary of the Women's Professional Billiards Association International Open at the Island Resort and Casino in Harris. Betsy Sunholm is a native of Arnold in South Central Marquette County. She grew up playing this sport, and now since she's retired, it's become a big part of her life. Sunholm is in a 9-ball first-round match against an opponent from Australia. The first player to win 8 games advances to the next round. There are 40 Americans and 24 foreign players in the double elimination tournament. This is the first time the tournament has been held in the United States in a decade.
I would get invited. So WPBA events are invitation only, and I'm in the top 64 rankings wise, but something like this attracts an international field. So I was not guaranteed an invitation. So when I found out that I got invited about a month ago, I was over the moon. I worked at the University of Michigan for about 35 years. I retired almost 3 years ago, and I've always played pool, but playing on the WPBA was something I always really wanted to do, but the career just never allowed time for it. And I got an invitation later that year after I retired, surprisingly, and I've been playing on most events ever since then.
I've been here 27 years doing tournaments, and when they built the extra event center last June and got it open, I immediately thought of the WPBA to come here because I thought it would make a good tour stop. A lot of people are familiar with the double elimination chart. It's a 1 race to 10. So Sunday's final, approximately 4 o'clock, whatever it turns out to be, is a race to 10. And that crowns the champion and a $17,000 check.
Sunholm lost her first match 8-2. In another first-round match, Joanna Mason of New York won 7-2. Mason won this tournament back in 1990. Two of the younger Americans in the tournament are 15 and 17 years old. General admission tickets are $15 and VIP tickets are $30. Again, this event runs through Sunday. The Great Lakes Intercollegiate Athletic Conference has announced the recipients of the Winter Commissioners Awards. The awards are announced after each season to 6 female and male students who excel both in the classroom and in the competition. 5 of the winners have connections to the Upper Peninsula. Kalina Siglinski had a standout season for NMU as the diver earned All-American honors in the 1 meter and 3 meter dives at the NCAA championships. She was also the GLIAC Diver of the Year. She has a 3.96 rate point average in sports science. Escanaba grad Nicole Camina Grand Valley State has earned her second Commissioner's Award. She was the most outstanding player at the Women's Division II Basketball National Championship Elite 8 as the Lakers won their second straight national title. She is a first-team All-GLIAC player with a 3.74 in elementary education. NMU's Dylan Keel was named the first-team All-American and Midwest Player of the Year while also sweeping GLIAC Player and Defensive Player honors. He finished his career second in program history, 2,197 points, graduating with a degree in construction management, a 3.65 GPA as a graduate student. NMU swimmer Leo Knowles earned his second straight Commissioner's Award. The 2024 Paris Olympian from Uruguay was a 7-time All-American at this year's NCAA Championships, plus he earned 2 golds and 5 medals total at the GLIAC Championships, and recently was honored with the GLIAC's Pat Rietma Postgraduate Scholarship, a 3.74 GPA in athletic coaching. And Michigan Tech's Marcus Tomaszek repeats out as a winner too. He helped the Huskies to 29 wins, their first ever Midwest Regional Championship. He was named the Midwest Regional Tournament MVP and first team All-GLIAC, second in points in Tech history, 24.52, a 3.73 GPA, while pursuing a degree in forestry. Quickly, All-State basketball, Coach Ryan Riegel of Ishpeming was All-State in Division 4, and in Division 2, Lily Johnson of Gladstone first team, Gretel Johnson Negaunee second. Honorable mention from Aubrey Moore of Kingsford, and we will be right back.
Now through April at Fox Marquette Chevrolet, lease a 2026 Chevrolet Equinox LT all-wheel drive for $379 a month for 36 months. Together, let's drive. Fox Marquette Chevrolet, experience the difference.
Anything that's wrong with America can be fixed by what's right in America. We are defined more by our shared values and our differences, and we're having a conversation about how.
Tyreek Withers is back on J-Hood.
Can you hype us up a little bit?
In life, 3 things are certain: death, taxes, and you always gonna be slaying.
Yes! Now he has to shake it or share it.
Oh, okay.
Plus, a deaf med student and her mentor.
I am incredibly resilient.
The Jennifer Hudson Show, tomorrow at 4 on WZMQ CBS. Followed by The Kelly Clarkson Show at 5 and 19 News at 6.
Bag huge spring savings at Menards. All prices are value after rebate. A 5-pack of paper, lawn, and leaf bags is just $1.99. All-purpose play sand, only $2.49. Get an 18-pound bag of premium 4-in-1 lawn fertilizer for just $17.99. A 40-pound bag of wild bird food, only $13.96. Hurry! These great deals won't last long. Sign up for Menards emails to get the weekly flyer plus exclusive daily flash sales right to your inbox.
Save big money at Menards.
Weeknights, MeTV brings the funny.
They do have some funny stuff in there.
With MASH. Andy Griffith. And Everybody Loves Raymond.
Weeknights on MeTV 19.1.
Get supplier pricing on all new Chevrolet Silverado 1500 trucks now through April at Fox Negaunee Chevrolet GMC. Supplier pricing for all on new 2026 Silverado 1500 trucks at Fox Negaunee Chevrolet GMC. Together, let's drive.
In a
final check of your forecast. Temperatures will continue to be comfortable for tonight. Skies will be clear, and as we head into tomorrow, we're looking good for the morning, but then a few late afternoon, early evening showers and possibly severe storms are going to roll through the area, and I'll have more details on that and a further look at your weekend later tonight.
Kelly, thank you again. And finally tonight, the Delta County Fire Chiefs Association is raising money to replace an aging educational tool. The association has been taking this fire safety trailer to local schools for more than 30 years. The Gladstone Lions Club is hosting its spring social this Saturday, and proceeds will go toward the purchase of an inflatable fire safety house. The new resource would allow fire departments to hold events inside school gymnasiums and would make fire education accessible for all students.
Fire Safety Month is October, and it's not always nice weather. It's rainy, it's nasty. This one is also more ADA compliant so that students who have disabilities have the same opportunity as their peers for fire education and safety. They're just as important.
The Lions Spring Social begins at 7 p.m. at the Terrace Bluff Country Club. That's all we have for now, everyone. We'll see you back here later tonight.
Good to be with you. I'm Tony DeCopel. The breaking news right now.
We have a lot of agreement with Iran, and